Yeah, we might do some coaching. Let's see. See if we still need it. Yeah, we're gonna do some coaching. Let's see if he's AFK. All right, we're gonna do some coaching. Davril, if you can, well, I just texted. You see me in stream? Alright. Nice, man. If you want to mute the stream and then join the looking for help, that might be a little better rather than hearing things twice. Or that's fine. If you want to just join and then, even if you don't have a mic, then I won't have to type and. Oh, your phone's dead. Okay. Is it alright if I just type on stream then? Because if I talk on stream, because if I type everything, then it's not going to be interesting for people to watch. Even though there's a big delay, so. Okay, sweet. You have a replay or something you want me to check out? By the way, for anybody watching, if you're not already in the Discord channel, we do have a coaching group channel. If you don't have people to play with, it's awesome. So come hang out with us. Let me know if you want an invite. It is a community for people to connect with coaches or coaches to connect with people. And it's a good way to get some help with StarCraft and have a group to play with. We do peep modes, we do coaching. There's regular chat is incredibly populated. There's always people talking about StarCraft stuff or just other stuff, and always games going on. Sometimes there's as many as like 20 people on. So let me know if you want an invite. I will put that in chat as well. There we go. Advert setup. School laptops, no Discord. I understand that, man. We have a... Yeah, Mind Craze. How about T? Terran Master Race. Alright, so Davril, do you have a replay or something you want to check out? Or we can just play a game against the AI or me, and we can go over something. And oh, yeah, here. You need to be leader. That would be a good thing. Sorry. Alright, let's check out a replay. Alright, so right off the bat, we got a Terran versus Random. It looked like it was a Protoss. Yeah, you're right. Protoss Master Race. Root for the underdogs. Terran versus Protoss. I can tell you right off the bat, the first things I'm going to be looking for is build order. You want underdog, best dog. It's the only kind of dog.
SCV ready.
Alright, so good rallying to the ramp. Walling off versus Protoss is a preference.
SCV ready.
Okay. I will also highlight, type this on Twitch so you can view the VOD anytime. Going to type notes to. Let's go ahead and pause. Oh, I can't pause replay. I'm not leader. Uh oh. That's okay. Let me get up notes here. Alright, so pretty standard so far. Looks like a Reaper expand. Going for 1 gas. Barracks first. Immediate saturation on gas. Saturated with a few too many, but that's okay. You fixed it. Oh, okay, and this is where we start deviating from common build orders. I'm going to let the game play out, and I'll write down some notes as we go.
Add-on complete.
What day is today? 7th.
Your tiny command center has been upgraded.
Armed and ready.
Whoa, what just happened? Okay, we're back up. Alright, so scouting, seeing if he has an expansion. That's good, good, good. No expansion yet. So right now, alarms need to be going off in your head. No expansion at this timing. That's something's going on. And the fact that you see that many adepts and zealots, that's a little concerning. Also, you don't have an expansion, so he should be feeling the same little alarm bell going off in his head.
Go, go, go!
How do I do a bullet point? There we go. Going back to vision. So far, barracks with tech lab into a reactor barracks, getting up a really quick stem. Adding a factory.
Operation.
SCV production's a big thing. We're going to be talking about that more later.
This better be good. Easy one, PCB boy. Who wants some?
Good reactor on the factory if you're planning to switch it with the starport. Good hold. Flat denied. No, this is my ramp. Raise depots, put a flag down. Okay, so you're even in supply right now. Granted, we're not worrying about him, but he's not spending very well. He's got his expansion up, floating 800 minerals. Oh, that's cheeky, a little pylon block. We'll clear that easy enough, though.
Additional supply depots required.
Ready for dust off.
Good load up. Probably could leave the second medevac at home. You don't have enough units. Don't really want to be bringing empty medevacs to drops. They could be better used somewhere else.
SCV ready.
We need more supply depots.
The RPM's good, dude.
We have
Getting
too
100.
few supply depots.
So your APM is well above silver level. What we need to do is be spending that into better places. So we'll talk after this replay about some of the biggest things that are going to help you jump up to the next skill level. Because there's a couple small changes. Nice snipe on that mothership core. That's his fault. Nice job. There's a couple things that if you just implemented into your play, it wouldn't take long. You could do it in a day or two. You would easily jump up to top silver, and then soon gold. Alright, so spend a lot of time looking at this medevac.
Armed and ready.
Nice, dude. Silver 2, almost silver 1. Yeah, so like a few small changes that you're going to jump up to silver 1 in no time. 60 MMR. Yeah, dude. That's like 2 games. We just need to bump your win rate up so it's comfortable. Alright, so you're about 10 ahead in supply.
We need more supply depots.
Ready for dust off.
Nice, 65%. Sweet.
Mineral field depleted.
SCV ready.
80%. Yeah, losing streaks happen. That's it's always really frustrating when you know, we're doing really well and your win rate's up, and then suddenly you go on tilt, and just it seems like every single game, every game I'm getting cheesed. I can never play a fair game. It's frustrating, but so it's all right. We'll get you past that hump.
SCV ready.
I'm just writing some notes here as we go on through the replay. That was a good engage. He's again attacking up a ramp without any support. Don't want to do that. He's not producing. Protoss is not producing anything right now. It's like yeah, he's got what, 14, 24 workers. Well, you have 25, so we'll do a macro drill after this. We'll talk about some macro things, because really, I want to show you a couple things that you can do with macro. Like, if we can get your macro on point, you could literally just make Marines in this replay, and you just overwhelm him handedly if you had on point macro. So we'll talk about a couple things with that. Yeah, I forgot how to Protoss. Alright, so coming in for a drop. Let's bump up with the speed 1 or 2 clicks here. That's alright, man.
SCV ready.
Comes the Doom drop. Cyclone's OP.
SCV ready.
Nice little push.
Gangway coming through.
We have used up a mineral field.
Ready for dust off.
We have used up a mineral field. Upgrade complete.
So I'm just jotting some notes.
Additional
I will
supply depots required.
share these
Mineral field
right after we're done.
depleted.
I'm not writing down everything because I'm going to jot down some more notes as we go. Yeah, tons of sentries. That's probably part of his problem. If those were like Archons or something that actually did damage, then he might be doing a little bit better. But right now he's building sentries and then A-moving them, so not going to work out that great. And we got a nice little base trade here. Sentries OP, they're shooting down medevacs left and right. Pull the boys. There's some force fields, alright. And that that tickled. And he sent the probes too? What a jerk. Yeah, and the stream lag. Yeah. We can bump him down a notch, but at this point you... Oh, look at the pylons! Oh my gosh. Well, luckily he didn't spread out his units. At this point the game's done. Let's go ahead and pause it real quick, because at this point you've won. So let's talk about a couple things before I tell you what I've written down in some notes and stuff. What's your typical game plan going into either a game or going into Protoss specifically, Terran versus Protoss? Like, what's your plan? Do you want to go like bio? Do you want to go for like an early game 1 base pressure? Like, do you just kind of do it by feel and react? Like, what's your plan? Again, for people watching, he's I should type as I ask questions because he's going off of my stream audio. Because right now he doesn't have access to Discord. Mix between bio and mech. You go to bed? Alright, hold on. I'm ready some medevacs still recycling. Okay, so kind of like a 1-1-1 style, like mix between bio and mech. All right, so a couple things I noticed on this replay. First off, is if we focused a little bit on your economy and your macro practice, getting you a solid build order and just making stuff, like you would just wreck at this level of play. Just because having more, it's not so much about counters at this point. Like the Marine is what makes Terran so cool. Like it can shoot up, it has a ton of DPS. Especially at this level of play, you can just have superior macro and overwhelm with just a bigger supply count. So let's look at some ways to improve your macro. Some other notes about this game that I jotted down. I kept them pretty general because I don't want to overload you with too many details, because we could just focus on that and then all the points I write down would be irrelevant if we just focus on some macro. I wrote down you went into a barracks with the tech lab, into a 1-base 2-on-1. We do need to work on a practice build order. In this replay, you went for a 1-base play, like it was a late expansion, but it didn't hit with the power that a 1-base play can have. So there's some real, if you want to do like a 1-base cheesy all-in, there's some really awesome ones I can show you, but I think it'd be better off for you to focus on some macro play to play towards the late game. So you played it with a 1-base player, but it didn't hit with the power of a 1-base player. And then I just wrote, we need to emphasis on macro, making Marines being cool like that. So let's hop out of this replay. And I'm gonna skip this song because it's noisy to me. First of all, we're going to look at, this is something that I saw a long time ago on, shout out to Filter SC. I don't think he streams or makes videos anymore, but this is an exercise that I learned from his videos back in Wings of Liberty. This is, and also Leaky and a lot of the other guys have been using it in the Discord channel. This is a macro exercise where you are focusing on making Marines. And it just gets you focused on the main points of macro for Terran, which is expanding, making enough production, so barracks in this case, and keeping up with supply depots, building Marines. So expand, production, build Marines, build SCVs, and supply depots in there. So we're going to try a little exercise. Has Leaky shown you the macro exercise yet? Before I spend a bunch of time talking about it. Okay, so no. Let's go over it. I'm going to go ahead and we'll pop into a custom game real quick. We'll just do, this is arcade, that's not where we want to be. Let's do Odyssey because it's a cool map. Alright, so the point of this is, first of all, do not take this as a build order. This is not an actual build order. So we're going to make you make referee, add AI. Just do it versus a Zerg. Yep. I'll go ahead and leave game privacy on normal. You can take this replay and use it. So this is not a build order. Do not use this in your ladder games. What this is a practice tool exclusively. This is to get you getting your macro up. So building your building Marines, building supply depots, building production. What I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to be focusing on spending my money. If I have enough money, I'm going to be making Marines and SCVs. If I've got more money after that, then I'm going to go ahead and build some extra barracks. If I've still got more money, I'm going to go ahead and expand. I'm going to keep spending my money and building SCVs, just getting up. And you want to hit, I'm going to pause real quick. You want to hit 200 supply in 9 minutes. That's your goal. This build doesn't use any gas at all. No gas. Just aiming to have 3 bases worth of mining SCVs and then full 200 supply. The rest of it's filled with Marines. So I'm going to show you real quick. Oops, can you unpause and set vision to my camera? Oh yes you can. Oh yes you can max out at 9 minutes. I'm going to show you. Hopefully. If I mess this up it's going to be in person. But alright. So at this point just doing some basic stuff you can ignore. The hotkeys.
SCV ready.
Just going to wall off basicness.
Can't build here.
Basic so far. Need to get that pulled back up.
SCV ready. What's going on? Ah! Brand new SCV ready.
Can't you suck at this? Suck at what? No. Alright, so already we're deviating from the build. I had money, so I'm building another barracks. After I built SCVs, I had more money, so I'm going to go ahead and build a barracks. I've still got money. I'm going to go ahead and build a supply depot because I'm getting close to having 23 supply. Well, that's why we're practicing this. Sucking at SCV production and Marine production and all that stuff. This is the way you get better at it. Just spending my money. I never want to have more than 500 minerals. If I have more than 500 minerals, I'm going to slap myself on the wrists. You want to always be spending your money without queuing anything up. So I've got a little bit of money. It's similar to Pig's build in that I'm building multiple barracks, but this is not a build. This is just a practice tool. If you're in band or something like that, or orchestra, this is like an etude. It might not sound pretty as a real song, but it is a practice tool. Yeah, so after you do this practice exercise, if you want to do something like Pig's build, then that's awesome. Pig's build is great. Let me go ahead and expand here. Saving up a little money. Expand. Can't play music to save your life? That's alright. I'll find another example. This is like, I don't know, I'm not really a sports person. What's a sports analogy? This is like passing drills in basketball, where you're passing back and forth and stuff like that. Like, you do pass in a normal game, but those drills are not the actual way you play basketball. I don't know, I don't play basketball. This game is much easier to play without playing. Yeah! I guess it depends on who you're watching. You guys in your notes. So right now all I'm doing is building Marines, building SCVs, making sure I'm looking up here. I got a supply block. That's bad. I need to practice. I probably should have practiced this before I started streaming it, but whatever. I'm OCD about my base layout, so I'm going to go ahead. I have more money after I built SCVs and Marines, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. At this point, I'm just going to have a guy constantly building supply depots. This guy, I'm going to hotkey him actually. He's my supply depot building guy.
Not enough minerals.
This better be
I know.
worth some.
Noob. Alright, looking back at my supply building guy, he's about done, so I'm going to queue up another supply depot. Still building SCVs. If you see me jumping back and forth, like, look at this bottom section right here. You'll see it flashing around. I'm just looking and seeing if stuff is done. So I go 5. Okay, they're building SCVs. So I go 6, which is my hotkey for all my barracks and production structures. Oh, I need to build Marines. So I build a bunch of Marines. Not queuing up, because that's a bunch of money that could be spent building SCVs, which I need to build. Queuing up another supply depot, just managing all those different things and making sure I never get supply blocked. Yeah, I know. I queued one guy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have too much money, so I'm building more barracks. Getting some SCVs.
Ah! You scared me!
I think you would punch me with how little I'm expanding. I really should be expanding more. Oh, it's a Zergling. Uh-oh, what are we going to do? We have, it's 5 minutes. We've got 28 Marines. I think we're going to be okay.
Huh?
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and expand. Build some more
Not
Marines.
enough minerals.
We're still doing all right because we don't have right now our. Well, we're going to put him here because we got this guy building SCVs. But you'll notice our third went down right as soon as our natural got saturated. So I'm always getting the full saturation on a base. I know, mind craze. I'm a little bit risky there. Expanding on location. It's a little risky. I'm worried about those
Not
Zerglings.
enough energy.
But this, you could buy the LCD ready. Orders very well. Coming through.
Just build more Marines, building SCVs, queuing up. We're starting to hit close to our supply depot limit, so I'm going to go ahead and add another guy that's always going to be building supply depots. So now I've got 2 supply building SCVs. Go ahead and turn that into an orbital.
Not enough energy.
LCD ready.
So you'll notice as soon as I get 6 more SCVs, I'm done with SCVs. I've got 3 base saturation. I'm done. And you can also check, hover over up here in the top
Command
corner.
center upgrade complete.
No, it's not going to help with the webcam. Top corner, look at the supply, and you can also look at, it says your SCV count. Right now I've got 49. I'm aiming for 66 in a normal game. Right now I'm not getting gas, so I'm actually going to have less. Oh my gosh, I have way too much money. So what do? I was talking, and I suck at playing and talking at the same time. I'm just going to throw down a bunch of barracks and queue up some supply depots. I made a mistake. I've got way too much money. I'm going to spend it. I need more production. Otherwise, my money's never going to go back down. So now, I didn't queue up 1,000,000 Marines because that's not an efficient use of money.
By the numbers, boys.
I just queued up 2 so I can focus on doing some other stuff.
Mineral field depleted.
And these guys are going to build some more. I'm going to add a 3rd guy building supply depots. Rules OP, so much money. Still have way too much money. I'm going to build more barracks.
We could use some help here.
Part of this exercise is just to ingrain the mechanic of I have too much money. I'm going to build more production because I need to spend that money. It needs to be units. I know I suck. I should have practiced this before I did a coaching session on it, but the point still remains. I've got too much money. I'm building more production. I need to turn that money into stuff. All right, guys. More. Last round of supply depots. Actually, I only really need 1 more, but I'm going to build some more in case one dies.
Mineral field.
Because I am a cautious Terran. It is 8 minutes and 50 seconds, and I'm about to max out. But I suck, so I am going to be 10. Oh, 6. Come on, 1 second. Okay, I'm 6 supply off, but it's 9 minutes, and so I'm maxed out. And so at this point, if this is a real game, I'm gonna go ahead and just A move. Like I'm not gonna micro at all. I'm gonna use select all army, control 1, A, click in the main,
You got it.
0 micro at all, and you can just A move. Alright, now you can actually max a lot faster using gas, because of reactors and all that stuff. So the point of this is it's not a build order. You are just simply practicing your mechanics of building supply depots, building marines, building production when you have too much money, and expanding, getting a 3 base economy. We'll watch them kill everything because it's fun. No micro.
We could use some help here.
Just looking at stuff.
Mineral field depleted.
And I'm only finishing off this game because it's therapeutic to actually kill with all the stuff that you created. And he probably built some base somewhere, so I'm going to go ahead and... Oh, there we go. Okay. Now it's your turn. It's your turn. I'm going to go ahead and pass you lead. You're going to go ahead and play against an AI. And I will only interject as I need to if I see like big things that come up. But I'm going to let you take the wheel. Remember, always have supply depots building. Get on a 3 base economy. If you have too much money, build barracks, build marines. Always producing. 9 minutes. You got it, man. I have faith. I have faith that you will beat this very easy AI. And you will do it well. Good luck, have fun. Yeah, how do I... Let's make you a mod crypt. I don't even know how to do that. I'm a noob. How do I do that? Mod user. Ha! Ha ha ha. Sweet. Yeah, right clicking did not work for me. So. Oh, by the way, side note, Crypt, I was able to bump up my, I know, rigged election. It's not fair. I was able to bump up my, whatever. What the heck is it called? To 2500. My bit rate. I was able to slowly bump it up to 2500, and so hopefully that helped the quality. So I don't know what was different between when I started and now, but I was able to bump up the quality, so it's exciting. Alright, barracks next. No, I need to type. Good.
SCV ready.
Oh! Yeah, there you go. Alright. Thanks, Minecraft. I'm excited. Finally be streaming.
SCV ready.
No! No, no, no! No gas. Don't do it!
SCV ready.
Davril. No gas. You don't need it.
SCV ready.
It's just for show.
Go, go, go.
Good expansion timing. Nice expo timing. And really need an orbital. An orbital command. Yeah, bad habits are hard to break. At that timing, it's like, okay, gas. Now I need to make a Reaper. I wonder how many barracks you'd have to make in order to make this build work with only Reapers. If you weren't allowed to make reactors because of how slowly they build. It'd be way too many barracks. You'd probably fill up the map. That's a little bit of an exaggeration, but not by much.
Command center upgrade complete.
Alright, oh, I need the production tab up. That would be good to have. So SCVs, mules, more marines. SCVs and mules. Beyond could do it. Beyond could do anything.
SCV ready.
Beyond could get 200 marines at like 5 minutes.
SCV ready.
Good cancel on that. Need that to be an orbital. A orbital. English.
Ready.
Marines. Nice, steady supply depots. Keep it going.
Your tiny command center has been up.
Tab between CCs and barracks to check that they are always producing. Go ahead and queue up 2 Marines and 2 SCVs at a time for now. I give you permission.
This better be good.
If you just tuned in, we're doing a coaching session. Davril is a Silver 2 player, soon to be a Diamond player, if he can get his macro up. So we are doing a macro exercise where you only build Marines and SCVs and expand. Good. See, he expanded in his third. He's a pro Terran. He knows what's up. He's lost his third too many times.
SCV boy.
See, Mind Crazy listened. But yeah, just building up to a 3 base economy, lots of barracks, SCVs, aiming to max out on Marines by 9 minutes.
Gangway coming through. This better be good.
Sorry. Okay. As soon as those type in SCVs, he built them, so.
Who wants some? SCV ready.
I don't want to interrupt him.
SCV
You're
ready.
doing good. Doing good, Davril. Keep it up.
Armed and ready.
Keep it up.
Who wants some?
Yes, this is versus an very easy, yeah. The dreaded artificial intelligence. Did you guys see? There's a article recently about how I think it was Facebook was creating an AI, and they shut it down because it invented a language that was not understandable by humans. It like created a more efficient language than English to speak with another computer, and they were like talking back and forth with that language. crazy. We're all doomed.
Mineral field depleted.
That's the topic you put in Discord? I can't keep up with Discord. Like, every time I look at it, like, yeah, since the last time I looked at it, there's like 50 more messages. I check it like every 30 minutes, and I just scroll through and try to catch up, but I cannot keep up with it in live feed and play. So if you posted that in Discord, I bet it was awesome. I didn't see it. Again, shout out if you are new to the stream and you're not in the Discord channel. Let us know. We'd love to have you. It's called Coaching Group, but it's a community for people to connect with coaches and for coaches to connect with people. And we play lots of peep modes. It's awesome. Like sometimes there's about 20 plus people on. Really cool place. Come hang out with us. We'd love to have you. Let us know if you'd like an invite.
SCV ready.
Yeah, that's it. That's the link. Yeah, that's it.
SCV ready.
Additional supply depots required.
Add 2 more SCVs to supply depot
We need
production,
more supply depots.
rather than having one
Supply depots.
queued up. On 3 base. Economy. You need at least 2 always building.
Mineral field
3 if you are macroing at a human level.
Who wants some?
We have used
That's
up
crazy.
a mineral field.
Crazy, we're doomed. iRobot. Davril! Nice job. I'm gonna pause. If I can do it in game. Here we go.
Halt. Respite is required.
Only 17 supply off. SCV count isn't bad, but it could have been done sooner. That was the biggest hiccup. Need constant SCVs. Practice makes. If you wonder why I'm saying it as I'm typing, it's because he doesn't have access to Discord, and so he's hearing me right now off the stream, but there's a delay. So rather than waiting to talk back and forth, I'm just typing. Practice makes perfect. You can refine your macro and then apply the technique to a real build order, like pigs beginner Terran build, which is awesome. And I say it's awesome because you get 3 barracks early, and it just focuses around Marines and Marauders. It focuses around like having a bigger army. You don't do fast techs in the lower leagues. Having a meaty army, I mean, you just win to weird stuff because you just have a bigger army. So if you can get your macro up and get a practiced build order for each race, or one that's like generalized at this level of play for all the races, then that's awesome. Davril's AFK. We will resume in a second. Google's DeepMind. That doesn't sound ominous at all. Turns out cynics actually are part of the Adeptus Mechanicus. You're half cyborg, and if you know anything about Warhammer 40k, you like worship technology, and you know the more made of machine that you become, the more holy you are. So that's sin. Oh yeah. Actually, if you look, hold on, let me get out of the way. I've got some set up here. You can see a flying hive tyrant right here, but most of my painted stuff is packed away. Let me grab something. Hold on. I'll grab one or two that are painted. Also, you get to see my my little penguin sleeping pants. Really pro. I'll become a professional streamer by not wearing pants. It seems like that's what most of them do. Yeah, the PJs are real. Alright, hold on. Let me get let's see here. One of my guys. I don't know if it. There we go. Good fun. I enjoy I've been playing since 2008. I love it. It's been fun. It's a good way to hang out. But thank you, Jedi. All right. That was a Terminator chaplain for the Space Marines. For, I guess you were AFK for a second. It was for Sword Coast poster? No, that is for Guild Wars Nightfall. Way back in the day. Way back in the day. It's good stuff. Guild Wars 2 expansion's coming out soon. If you don't play, you should. It's awesome. It's going to be fun. Alright, let us... Yeah, Tyranid versus Zerg. Blizzard is definitely copying Tyranids. They were out way before. That being said, Zerg looks cooler. The story for... If you could mix the story of the Tyranids with the look of the Zerg, then you'd have the perfect bug race, but you don't. Alright. That's right. Guild Wars is another game. It's sweet. I streamed it the other night, actually, if you want to check it out. We did some roaming and stuff. Now would be a good time for questions. Do you have any haunting questions about StarCraft that you need help with? Otherwise, macro practice and then applying those fundamentals to a build order is going to be your ticket to gold. Yes, it would be. If StarCraft copied some of the Warhammer 40k story, it would be a little bit better. That being said, I really liked the StarCraft campaigns. I know I'm a little bit unique in that, but I actually really enjoyed them, and I thought the story was awesome. And I didn't think the love story was like too cheesy or whatnot. I thought it was fine. My wife doesn't play StarCraft, but she did. I did have her watch all the cinematics, and she really enjoyed it. So, or so she said. how do you deal with early pressure? All right. So, are there any specific ones that you're talking about, or just like in general, all ins and early pressure tends to kill you? She didn't enjoy it. Let's be honest. She did though. She wouldn't lie. She enjoyed it. I'll just go off the assumption that you're just talking about early pressure in general. Like if you're talking like a Reaper opening and stuff like that, a lot of that just comes with playing games. Like as you play more games, you'll get used to defending the basic stuff that you're going to see every game. You know, Protoss poking at your ramp with a couple Stalkers, Reapers doing their scout harassment that they do at the very beginning with Reaper expands. That will just come with playing and then having a really refined build order. Usually a good build order will have a counter built into that. Like as Protoss, you'll either get out an early Mothership Core or an Adept or a Stalker or something to deal with the Reapers. Like good build orders will have some kind of answer built into it, where if you execute it correctly, you're going to have something to defend it with. Or, for example, like Oracles, a lot of builds will sneak in a Widow Mine that you can use to defend. You know, a good turret timing. Good build orders are going to have some kind of thing built in. Alright, step 2, defending early pressure. Scouting is extremely important. And then not only just scouting, but knowing what you're scouting for. So let's say you keep dying to one base Ravager all-ins. If you keep dying to one base Ravager all-ins, then when you play ZVT, or TVZ if you're playing Terran, when you SCV scout, if you only see one base, you need to pucker up. You need to get a bunker down, you need to, you know, get ready to pull SCVs, have them hotkeyed, get out a tank, things like that. Like when you scout, you need to know what you're scouting for. A couple things, if you're not that good at scouting, because that's one of the harder parts in the game that you're looking for, is how many bases is he on, what buildings do you see, and how many workers does he have. So, for example, you run into the Zerg base and you see that he's still mining gas, his natural isn't really saturated, and he's got a spawning pool and a baneling nest. You're probably going to get baneling busted. You need to get up the defense for that with bunkers and whatnot. Bunkers are always a good answer. If you go in and you see a Zerg with no pool on your first scout, and on your way you saw the natural, you stick around for a bit and you still see no pool when you should have one, and you check the third location and there's a third hatchery already. You went 3 hatch before pool. You need to be more aggressive. You need to get out a little bit faster and do some damage. So looking for 3 things. Base count. If he's only on 1 when you scout, you should be worried about early pressure. What buildings he has, and then how many workers he has. That's going to be really good entry. I don't like this song. Entry-level scouting things that's going to help you with all-ins. So, all that to say, that was a big rant, but all that to say, refined build orders will have built-in counters to common early aggression, and then scout and know what you're scouting for, which are the 3 basic things that you're looking for: base count, buildings, and worker count. I hope that helped answer. Oh my gosh, I can't type. That question. Any other? All right. Show me a video. If you want to link it in the Discord, I'll check it out. Thanks for hanging out, guys. This has been fun. It's always more fun to stream when there's actually people to watch. So, thank you. I'm not going to be able to see chat for a second because my my browser just crashed. I think we're still live, though. link it in Discord. Okay, I'm back in chat now. Fan is loud? Yeah, I know. I need to set up a filter. Thank you, Crypt. And I also need to replace my fan because it's gonna explode. These headphones, Mind Craze, I have no clue because these are they're pink. They're real cute. I accidentally stole these from my sister-in-law. They left them at my house one time, and I lost my headphones, so I've been using them ever since. I have some wireless Logitech ones that have that sound issue that I hate. It's like crackling and popping, and it drives me crazy. And it also transfers to the stream. And then I have some nice Bose ones that I really, really like. They're earmuffs, they're noise canceling, they're awesome. But I vacuumed the cord, and I need to replace the cord on it. So I will eventually replace those. Make you leader. Alright. Lead away. You don't know how to link videos? Like go to YouTube, copy the URL, and paste it in the Discord channel. Don't use Discord on the computer. You can link the video in the game. You just copy and paste the URL in StarCraft, and I'll be able to find it that way. Also, if you're watching and you're not in the Discord channel, like, coaching is not paid. Like, a lot of the coaches accept tips and stuff like that, but it's never expected. And so, like, this is a free coaching session. We're just happy to help out and hanging out. So if you want coaching or you want a community to play with, just let us know. We'd be happy to get you in. You use... Minecraft says, I use... I don't even know how to pronounce that. Carcharius? With a blue Yeti mic. Cryptwalker just linked the Discord invite. Click it, join. Be awesome. Come have fun. The more the merrier. As long as you're not a jerk, then you can just not click that.
SCV ready.
Davril says, I'm stupid with tech. No, dude. Nah, man. That's why we have build orders. Especially, you know, when you're learning the game, like, somebody else has spent a lot more time than we have thinking about all of this, and they provide some really awesome build orders. So just fake it till you make it. Copy build orders, get really good at executing them, and then as you play, your game knowledge will expand. Excuse me.
SCV ready. SCV ready.
Oh, the sneaky probe. Yeah, that sucks. That sucks. There's a base in my base.
Add-on complete.
That's that feeling when you like see the creep starting to expand inside your main. You're like, what? There's a base in my base. Alright, so first off, like talking about the build orders and stuff, the
Command center
totally ignoring the fact that he built a base new base, and that's cheesy and that's going to create problems. The reason you're having difficulty with your tech and stuff is, yeah, the scouting could happen faster. I would recommend doing that right after your, like, I like to send it out at 17 supply. 17 supply is a good time to send that out. Yeah, that sucks. The reason, going back to what I was saying, the reason you're having difficulty with your teching is you're grabbing your gas at a 1 base timing. So you're grabbing your second gas way too early for an expansion build.
Your SCVs are in danger.
So once you have your macro practice and stuff down, learning that pig daily to get up a faster expansion, and then, you know, learning your gas timings and stuff like that, that's going to help you get out a lot more sooner. Because right now you've got almost 300 minerals and nothing to do with it because you just have a barracks. You're getting a super early stim, but yeah, it feels bad. Yeah, I understand the feeling. It's alright, like, that was just literally a one small thing that you can change, and that is, that's alright, I would too. Map awareness, and just, anytime you see a probe come in your base, especially at this level of play, don't worry about losing the minerals. Just take one worker and click him, right-click him onto it, just have him follow him around and see what's going on. That'll help you see cannon rushes right away, proxy gates, all kinds of weird stuff that, Protoss can do. So one little change, that's all I would take out of this replay. That's fine. And then, you know, the macro stuff is across all the replays. But all right, nice, man. Because if you had scouted him putting down that pylon in your base, then you would have pulled workers right away and just attacked him. And, you know, if you just respond sooner, he's not going to get all that stuff up. So, what time is it? It's almost 2. I do probably need to go to sleep soon. I'm watching Baby tomorrow. Yeah, perfect example of needing scouting. Gotta go. Alright, Davril. Thank you so much. That was fun. I hope we got something out of it and it wasn't just me rambling, because I tend to do that. So, macro. Macro practice. Practice that macro exercise and then apply it to Pig's beginner Terran build. Does anybody want to? Oh, I'm gonna do a ladder game. We'll end on a positive note. We're gonna end on Terran. We had varying luck with ladder earlier, so we're just gonna end on a nice note, hopefully, and play some Terran. And Davril, if you are still... no. Sin. Davril, if you're still watching, I will go ahead and... Most of the sin is because I don't know what else to do. I could play with a viewer. That'd be good. Davril, I'm going to highlight that section and I'll go ahead and send you the link so that you can have access to that. I like recording coaching sessions because, you know, you can leave it and it's like, oh yeah, and then a lot of times we don't remember anything applicable from it, so having access to that. If anybody wants to play, if you want to play, message me here or in game. Let's do a couple 1v1s. Alright, Davril. You have first dibs because you just spent like an hour with me. Forget sleep. Alright, I feel you. That's how I'm feeling right now. That's the best way to wind down for bed, you know? Play some StarCraft and get the blood pumping. I seriously, when I started playing StarCraft, I used to get, I call them like StarCraft rashes now, but it's, like I would get so stressed out playing that I would literally break out in hives. Like after I had a session of playing ladder, like I would be super red and it was like a rash. It'd take a day or two to go away. Just get so stressed out. I've gotten a little better. I only get small rashes. It still takes me a little while after I play to like wind down and actually fall asleep compared to other games, but Sin says how I get to sleep is I cheese. That's a good way, you know, feel better at yourself. Get cussed out and why do I have fraps on? I thought I turned that off. You know, if nobody cheesed, then everybody would just play 15-minute no rushes and nobody would ever be careful about the way they play. So cheese has a very important part in the game. Let me pop in a buggy. I probably should mute myself too, shouldn't I, in the Discord channel? Am I actually even connected to it? I am connected to a channel. Whoops. Mind crazy, you missed your opportunity. Oh, Davril, don't break stuff. Alright, let's play a game. Let's play a game. Do you have a map preference? And what would you like me to play? Z. Can't type. Let's do Odyssey, because Odyssey's cool. I like Odyssey. Random fine. Oh, we're gonna have a random versus random? Alright, man. Random versus random, here we go. Good luck, have fun. I'm gonna get cannon rushed. Or 6-pooled. He's gonna kill 6 of his workers and then 6-pool me. That's why he showed me that replay just now. He's gonna proxy 2 gates in my base.
You have not enough minerals.
I can't hide it. You can do it on stream. So I'm P. Don't tell what. Oh my gosh, we're off to a great start. He's T. He told me. We're off to a wonderful start, gentlemen. These rallies and stuff. Alright, Crit. You're in next game.
Additional pylons.
Oh my goodness. Always scout. Always see what's up. Checking camo hotkeys. Terran. Terran for realsies. Let's stick around and see if he makes a Reaper or a Marine. This is super late. It's fashionably late. That's what it is. Fashionably late Cybercore. What's that?
Your probes are under attack.
Barracks. Tech lab already done. Alright, let's go home. And let's get up our tech choice. Super early stem. What are you doing in here? Good for nothing freeloader. Get out of my base. Yeah, it doesn't matter to me to grip. Either one's good.
The firstborn shall persevere. Where shall we march?
Poor Billy.
Let's
Billy the SCV lived. I don't know, I'm not gonna make an obituary. Poor guy. Give him 9 minutes, I'm sure he'll be 200. If he's doing that build. I'm gonna build 1 Colossus.
glory to the day.
Hi, guy. See ya.
Forward.
Alright, let that go. Rush carriers. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play a nice little standing game. I'm gonna play the one protest build I know, and I'm not even doing it well. What are you doing? Go back. Did I? You're supposed to be up there. I'm gonna do Immortal Adept, because that's all I know. Because I'm a pro toss. Oh.
Complete.
frame loss. That is the Terran third. I don't want that. I want this. I want the nice third. Kind of a fabulous song. Yeah, I'll do the one of each build. A little of this, a little of that. 1 DT, 1 Archon, Colossus for good measure, a dash of Zealot. Supply blocks. I don't have a Mama Core. Greediest opening ever. I'm gonna die to 1 Banshee right here. What is up with my hotkeys? Yeah, I'd like to know. Ah! Go away!
I have met the enemy.
Get him, boys!
The temple. Let your will be heard.
Little trick. I rally them to the main, and then I rallied them back to mine right away, so they run to the main, and then they run home. Little noob tip for those who can't micromanage. Like me.
Glory to the day.
Oh, Immortal! I need a Warp Prism. This is the best placement for... I'm gonna kill that gateway, because that's not worth it. I'm gonna lose every Colossus I make in there. See, my SimCity is like... It's really good. Alright, let's get up some pylons and do a little bit of poke.
Research complete.
Unintentional perfect timing with upgrade being done, so it was totally intentional. I'm gonna go ahead and just sit right here. Start that Colossus. Come on, Colossus, and where's my Warp Prism? Come on, Slowpoke. Okay, we're done with the song. It's been going for like the past forever. Here we go. Here we go. Take care of some housekeeping stuff first. Alright. A little bit of cheeky cheesiness. Oh no, he saw it! Quick, distract him. Shh. He's running back. Distract him! Oh, that worked opposite. But it worked! That's the important part.
Glorious combat.
Come on, warp it! Quick! Alright. Let's force field the ramp. Force field my own zealots out. Pro strats. Where's my... Oh. GG, man. GG. How long have we been going for? This is 3 hours and 2 minutes. Pretty good.